Good evening, good evening, good evening. What it do, what it do, what it do on this beautiful Wednesday evening. It is 7 o'clock. You know how we do. It's time to get things started and rolling. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Oh, you turned off the music. Okay. We appreciate you all for tuning in as always, as usual. We want to thank you for coming out, joining us on the Something for the People podcast. We hope you all can hear us well and everyone is doing well. As you all know, I am your host, regularly scheduled host, A to the B to the Dizzle. Just kidding. I also have my co-host in the house, the executive uh, producer, uh, the Mrs. Girl Pam in the house. Say hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Yeah, she worried the hell out of me this week, but it's okay. We're gonna let her live. We're gonna do all that. Our brother Kane is occupied tonight. He will not be with us, but that's okay. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. Jonathan, good evening, Cheryl. Good evening. Hope all is well. Jonathan is also working. He may tune in with us later. You know, the honorable trap gentleman be on his shit. Look, y'all, I got it. Before I go any further, can y'all see this? Shout out, dopest fucking favorite. Shout out to none other than Tracy Harris for the t-shirt. I appreciate you. Get at him for your t-shirt needs. You know how we can do. Um, it's been some very interesting things going on this week. Last week, I was supposed to talk about the Matamoros, Mexico situation where, what's up? What's going on, Angie? What's up with you? I'm gonna put this picture up here for you guys right quick, if I can. Wait, let's go to the first one. So we know the last couple of weeks, 4 Americans went missing in Mexico. If you just looked at the names when it first came out, as you can see, Latavia Washington McGee, Shaid Woodard, Zendale Brown, and Eric James Williams were abducted. It's been more than a week ago in Matamoros in Mexico. They had gone to Mexico to accompany Miss McGee, who was scheduled for cosmetic surgery, according to her family. On that Tuesday, that following Tuesday, 4 days after the attack, the Americans were found by Mexican authorities. McGee and Williams were found alive, and were sent back to the United States that same day. However, Woodard and Brown were dead. Their bodies were returned to the U.S. on last Thursday. Criminal groups in Mexico, it says, do not usually target Americans, a move they see as extremely risky given the outside media and law enforcement attention it elicits. Investigators have been considering various explanations for the crime, including a theory that it may have been a case of mistaking identity. What's up, Cynthia? What's going on? What's going on? I wanted to put that up there because let's go ahead and get right into it. First, I have never heard of 3 dudes chaperoning a female to Mexico to have cosmetic surgery. Secondly, normally if a female is going to Mexico to have cosmetic surgery, she either has a sister, mother, aunt, cousin. It's another female that can help her recover and recuperate. Um, Thirdly, let's just be real, people. We know good, will, and hell. Is your connection acting up? It might be ours. We were having some technical difficulties earlier. I hope everything gets figured out. We're going to check the connection. I think yeah, it might be where you are, Angie. Let's just get right into this. No one goes to that part of Mexico for cosmetic surgery. They definitely do not rent a van in North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever they were, and drive to that point of destination in Mexico for cosmetic surgery. And y'all can get mad at me all you freaking want. Let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade. They asses went down there to flip some tax money. They went down there for some dope, for some drugs. We know good well and hell they did not go down there for some cosmetic surgery. Unfortunately, they fucked around and found out. So this is fuck around, and then this is find out, and they ran head on into fuck around and found out, and two of them were killed. What's up, sis? What's up, Lenita? Two of them were killed because of this. Now I know people want to say y'all don't know, y'all don't know. You're right. This is all pure speculation, but I know a dope deal gone bad when we see one. And the reason why I say it was a dope deal gone bad is because we have never in our lives seen the Mexican cartel do this, which brings me to my next picture. So, just a few short days, couple of days later, in Mexico City, 5 men lying face down with their hands tied were found by Mexican authorities last Thursday, along with a letter purportedly written by a powerful criminal cartel blaming the men for the recent attack on the 4 Americans, according to people familiar with the investigation. The note apologized for the assault, which left 2 of the Americans and 1 Mexican dead, and claimed that the cartel was offering, quote unquote, up the men who had carried it out. According to photos reviewed by the New York Times, the people who described the discovery were granted anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly. We have decided, and this is in quotes, to hand over those involved and directly responsible for the events, who at all times acted of their own volition. The 5 men were found alive along with a note in Matamoros, Mexico, the border city on the Rio Grande, where the Americans were attacked. It was not clear whether the message was accurate. So this brings us all the way. What's up, Carla? What's up? What's up, T? What's up? Yes, they are gangsters and gentlemen. I have never seen a Mexican cartel that is this fucking friendly. Whoever the Mexican cartel's HR representatives are, you all need to come to America and clean up some of this shit we got going on. Because our HR representatives suck. What's up, Denise? Good evening. Good evening. So, which brings me back to Girl Pam. My question for you is one, do you think that she actually went over there with these 3 guys to have cosmetic surgery? And what's up, Toya? And the back part of that is, if you don't think they were there for cosmetic surgery, what do you think they were there for?
Well, me, myself.
Why you always got to start with well?
Me, myself, and I. If I needed cosmetic surgery, I would not take 3 guys with me because one, if you're women know that if you're having any kind of surgery on your body, the last thing you're gonna want to do is have another dude. I don't care if it's my brother or
Right.
my daddy.
True.
Have to bathe me when I'm already uncomfortable because I done had surgery, or possibly help me go to the bathroom,
Right.
wipe my
Right.
derriere.
Women just don't typically lean on men unless it's their husband
And
for
even
these
when I
type of
had a
acts.
husband, I wouldn't have leaned on him for that. Because I'm just saying, men are typically not caretakers. You know, they don't understand what a
They don't
woman
have the
may.
nurturing spirit
Yes,
you feel
so
that other women
I
have.
would have leaned on a sister, a cousin, a Sarah, or anybody other than a male. I wouldn't have even called my brother. And my
Right.
father, may he rest in peace, I wouldn't even call him because,
Most women just typically lean on other women
right,
when it comes to recovery. We got our brother from another mother in the house, uh,
J.E.
Jonathan Ellison. We're gonna bring him on the line. What it do? What it do?
What's going on with it? What's shaking with it?
Say hello. Don't
What
be
up,
don't be coming in
J.E.
here with that
Harvey?
old sexy voice. I done told you about getting my guests
Hey
hot and
man,
bothered.
shit, look. We ain't supposed to cut up today. We ain't gonna play with them today.
We
Mm
not gonna play. Our first
mm
topic was this Matamoros, Mexico, and the wonderful HR representatives that
mm.
that left 5 men in a note tied up saying, "Hey, America, don't fuck with our drug business. Here goes some people
let me
to
tell
do
you.
so."
Let me tell you
So
that
go ahead.
HR department, boy, they handled that shit better than Southern Classic can handle a line. For real.
Man,
Look, no, but nah, we already know what it is, and I don't care what nobody say.
yeah,
They had no luggage. They rented a van, because I mean, here's the thing. I don't know too many people that's now. I know some people that will drive from San Diego into Tijuana or
right,
into Juarez or whatever for dental work or for, medication or for,
right.
different
Because
medical
everything is
procedures.
so much cheaper down there.
Yeah, like I know some people that were getting cancer treatment. It was cheaper for them to go down, into Tijuana and Juarez to get it done. But one thing I can reassure you of, crossing in Brownsville and McAllen, you not going down there for nothing like that shit there they talking about they was going down there for. So let's be
Right.
real clear on this shit. Let's be real clear on the fact that this supposed to have been this other girl that was with them and her passport wasn't right and she was
And
left
got left at the border. Somebody
at the
else.
border.
Cynthia
So
just put that. Tell me who heads out the fucking country without ID. Who you going across the border, you don't have ID with you, and
right.
they left your ass at the border and
But
kept
but
going.
here's my thing though. The here's the consideration though. If you were really driving across the border to do something like that, you'd have flown to the nearest airport and did that. You
Right.
wouldn't have drove all the way from South Carolina. When you
After
talk
having
about
major surgery.
yeah, and so then you looking at the dudes, they done told their girlfriends, wives, sisters, whatever, oh hey, I gotta go help somebody and I'll be back. That ain't no be back type of
Right.
situation with no surgery. Like, come on. Y'all niggas ain't had no type of luggage. All y'all had was a few of them thank you bags. Which y'all
A
niggas
few of
don't
them what?
them thank you bags. Shit, them niggas ain't
The
had no
fuck?
real
What
luggage.
the fuck? A
You
thank
know
you
what a thank you,
bags.
thank you.
Shit, you know what that is? What you get your honey buns and the shafts to pop in and them
The
Dr.
plastic
Thunders.
shopping bag.
Nigga,
Yeah, yeah.
I swear to God, in my mind, I didn't even think about that. Because in my mind, I'm thinking thank you bags like the little small gift bags they give you at events. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, nah, shit, them
Nigga, you talking
thank
about the
you
count.
bag.
You talking about the county market bags.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where you can get a honey bun, a wig, and some of them lace house shoes in at the motherfucking beauty supply store. You know what I'm talking about.
I I swear I didn't. That went
So
completely over
So
my
you
head.
already know what it is. Like, come on, that ain't what y'all went down there for. What y'all
What
went
happened,
down
Doc?
there to figure out, y'all was gonna go down there and try to cop some shit. And
Right,
y'all thought process was, which I don't know what that thought process was, but that is those two border crossings right there are the weakest.
right,
Ain't too much traffic. They letting you in and out, you doing whatever. So I don't know
right.
what the plan was, or if this was even their first time. I'm thinking, has one of them been down there before and thought they can
Mm.
go back and cop something or whatever they thought they was doing. But what I will say is it was very how can I say,
Suspect,
well, it
suspect.
was very suspect, but it was real uneducated. It was really like that wasn't planned out right. They didn't know what they was
Impromptu. It's
doing. They
almost
Yeah,
was
it
like
was it. You think it was impromptu?
it almost was like it was impromptu. Impromptu. Somebody called, say, "Hey, you want to go
We
make
can
a
run.
run?"
You want to go make a
Let's
run
yeah,
with
yeah,
me?
run.
yeah. You want
Yeah,
to go make a
That's
run
what
real
it
quick? You can
feels
go
like.
figure it
You
out.
want to go make a run, and I think that they thought by having a woman with them,
they wouldn't raise
so,
suspicion.
yes,
Right, right,
Shit.
and
right. But they raised suspicion because, like you said, it's three dudes, one woman. And I hate to tell you this too. I think one of the things people got to understand, there's already an issue with their concern with Haitians. And so when you got most of them dead, when you looked at the pictures of them, a lot of them had braids and shit in their hair and the big dum dums or whatever in their head. So
Right.
you automatically look like you them. And you cross the border right there, you really drew
Look like
attention
you
to
ain't supposed
yourself.
to be here. Yeah.
Right, right.
Right.
So that was just they went down there, they fucked around and found out.
They fuck
They
around, find out, met
and then
in the
once they
middle.
realized they had made a mistake and then that they had made the news and everything else, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the only reason the cartel did this type of cooperation is because international, national news.
International. They ain't want their business messed up.
Right.
They
So
didn't
in their
want a
head,
bunch
they
of
going,
Americans flooding into Mexico.
and all you got to do is see them go, hey, we got the FBI involved, we got other intercontinental agencies, quote unquote CIA, Interpol, all of them involved. You don't want that type of attention. So what we
Right.
do is we supposed to get 5 of you motherfuckers that just started got with us. We gonna take care of your family or whatever, but we supposed to
That
go
I
on
was
and
about to
duct tape
say.
y'all up, and we gonna let the so-called Mexican authorities who is in their pockets too, and we gonna say that they found them somewhere with a letter and turn them in. Shit, it was too easy. Shit, that's why I say
Right.
they ran their HR department better than LSU Medical Center. So shit, yeah, nah, fuck this shit.
Well, here's my question.
Go ahead.
Now that the two that are back here that are alive,
Mhm.
right? Have they spoken out?
No.
Have they made a statement?
They not
Not that
gonna
we.
they not gonna speak
They
up.
not gonna make a statement.
There ain't no
They
statement to be made.
if they make a statement, then they dead too.
Right.
Ain't no
Why
statement
make
to
a
be
statement?
made. You
Why make a
home.
statement? It's
Why
two
make a
No,
things.
just
statement?
like Brittany Griner got freed after all this time. We saw her on the plane come on here. The first thing she wanted to do was make a
Yeah,
statement.
that was
But
something
if
different
this
though.
is supposed to be a true
But these
cosmetic surgery and you went over there and you were healed up, you would think that you would come back out. That PR person should have told them, look,
They watched
if
them
you
other
want to
two
make
get
this
killed
look
in front of
good,
them.
you got
they
to
ain't
Ain't
got
make
no
a
nothing to talk
statement.
about.
statement.
They ain't got
Ain't no
nothing to talk about.
statements.
And then
They
my
Nope.
should at
biggest thing
least
is
make it
too,
look
they got
good
some
and say,
explaining.
hey, I'm doing okay.
Well,
And
nah,
I'm
well, they
sure
got some
all the
explaining to do
time.
to the United States too.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
That's
you
what
say,
have
I'm
to be
saying.
honest. They supposed to tear them apart. They supposed to
oh
go
yeah,
everything from, wait, how much cash
Well,
you had
where
on you.
are they? Are they? Where are they? They back in their
they haven't.
hometown?
They
As
back in
far as
South
we know,
Carolina.
they're in South Carolina,
Yeah.
but we don't know. Good evening to everybody just joining in. Felicia, explain to me. It could have been a 2-for-1 type of trip. Explain to me what that means. I'm not sure what you mean for that. Good evening, Chan. Mark Maiden, what's up? What up? What up? What up? As Carla Lanier said, my man better wipe my ass if I'm down. We know that who you have in your corner. What
We'll do it if
will
they have
do
to,
it?
but I don't want him, to
You
have
ain't.
to
In
wipe.
other words, you ain't calling none of your homeboys or your brothers to
No,
wipe your ass after
my
surgery.
daddy, my
And y'all,
cousin, that's a man, my nephew. No.
y'all have to realize we know several people who have been to Miami, who have been to Mexico, who have had body altering surgeries. They had to stay there for a week at least before they would allow them to fly or drive back. They couldn't sit on their ass for those that had BBLs. They couldn't sit
So
on.
you
You
need
can't
help
sit
to
on
the
your butt.
bathroom.
Otherwise, you need help to the bathroom. That's a very intricate procedure. And so for me to think that I got three knuckleheads with me that are supposed to help me, it just none of it
Yeah,
sounded
Let me
them
believable.
tell
three
you
them three
why.
dudes there didn't even look like they bathe good. So
I
you
didn't
telling
even
me
know
that
by
they
the
gonna
names, right? By the
look?
names, I thought they were all females. And then they was like the guy was like, wait, these names are a little weird to me. I say, oh,
Yeah,
so it's all dudes and one female, because I thought it was all females.
nah, it
It would
was
have
three
made more
dudes.
sense.
Yeah, three dudes and one female. Yeah, nah, that was just like you say. We already know what the business is. We already know what went down. And the thing is, if she was going down to get surgery, she should have had all type of luggage that they found in that
Yeah, you don't
83
have any luggage.
yeah, in that 83 Dodge Caravan.
No
They must have rented
carry.
that
That's
bitch
what I'm
from
saying. You
Avis.
need to
Like
change the
no
clothes up.
carry on, no check. They made it look like what it was. A drug deal gone bad. Good evening, Kim. Good evening,
And
Marvin.
what
Good
woman
evening, Q.
goes anywhere without her hair supplies,
Her
her
hair products,
face?
her body products,
Yes,
a
number
change of
one.
underwear. My mama told me even if you got to put the drawers in your pocket, you take a
Right.
fresh, clean pair of drawers with you. You change
Toothbrush,
it. You
toothpaste.
range off. You go in the
Leave your
bathroom.
overnight
You
bag in
range
there.
off, and you at least change the drawers.
But
Um,
did you see the van that they was in though? Did you see that white van they was in?
no, but Denise talking about an '83 Dodge
That was an
Caravan.
83 Dodge Caravan. They rented that car from a gas station. They ain't get that from no Enterprise
Did you say
or Hertz.
they rented that car from
They
BP up here on Pines Road? Did
Yeah,
y'all have
yeah.
them gas?
They rented that bitch from Dollar Mania. They ain't rent that from no fucking Hertz or nobody, man. Come on.
They
No.
over there
Yeah, they
recycling
didn't do
clothes.
that. They didn't even try and make it look
plausible.
logistically plausible.
Because even
Like
a crackhead would know that, nah, this ain't how we gonna
a
do this.
yeah, a crackhead would have said
Crackhead
this
would
shit
know
don't
better.
sound right. A crackhead would have been like,
Yeah.
a few of the comments, Mari said that definitely looks shady. Cynthia, I got a weak stomach. Don't call me either. My friend, wait, my friend just had surgery and asked me for help. I said, in all quotes, get somebody else to do it. Now, Cynthia, you a healthcare professional. You couldn't help that girl wipe her ass. What?
No, because I'm saying, I went to back in my younger days when I was thinking that I had too much hips and booty that people are now paying for. I did go to a plastic surgeon to try to tell him, hey, can you take some of this down? I literally wanted him
Why the hell would you want to take it down?
because it was when I was 19, 20. Back then, booties wasn't in, but mine was.
Shit, for who?
I'm 40.
They wasn't in for them simple dudes you was talking to. It's always been in for the
25 years
rest
ago.
of
It
us.
wasn't the dudes necessarily. It was the women who always had something to say about my
Those
derriere.
very women are
Where
buying
you
what
went?
you have.
Where did you go to school? Northwood or something? Where you
No,
went
I
to?
did not. This was after high school. I was in college that I decided to
You
go
must
to a
have went.
plastic surgeon
You
to
must have
say,
went to you
hey,
must have went to Baylor or something. Shit, ain't no way they were talking about we were turning
because
down no ass.
it wasn't the guys, it was the girls
The
who
women, yeah,
made
the
me
women
They
with
were
feel like
the,
just they were
horrible.
just they were
the
just
jealous and the bullying
jealous.
and the bullshit. Yeah,
And so
yeah,
I went
yeah.
to the plastic surgeon and say, hey, can I get some liposuction or some something to take this away? And he looked at me and
Yeah.
was like, baby, I got people coming in here paying me good money every day to get what you got. But past that, when he told me, he was like, let me tell you how this recovery would go. It would be 6 weeks that you'd have to wear this
Oh no.
bodysuit
Oh
to
no.
hold everything in.
I've
And I
seen
was
it on
like,
I've seen it done on
mm,
TV. Those bodysuits that they show the people in,
they are
they
so
constricted.
constricted
Y'all think
and
you men think Spanx? I'm looking for somebody post a picture of the van, please. They're asking for you all to put it. Yeah, the mom van. Those things. If y'all think Spanx are tight, I saw this girl recovering from surgery on TV.
it is so.
After having lipo in her thighs and her pelvis, hip area, and the
That's what I was
scarring
trying to get.
and the pain she went through. And she said herself, if they would have warned her, they told her it would be painful. But this girl was like, if she would have known it would be as painful as it is, the recovery, that she would never do it.
Well, I am thankful that Dr. Bridges at Bridges to Beauty told me that that's not what I wanted because I was so serious. He was like, "Baby, you don't want this because I'm paying people paying me to do this." But he said, "Let me give you a look into what this will be like," and literally told me about the 6 to 8 weeks that I would have to wear that very suit. That somebody would have to help me to the bathroom
Nah,
and drain it and
get
all
somebody else
this,
to
and
do
I
it.
was like. At the time, I was married to he who shall remain nameless, and I didn't
Oh,
have
oh,
a sister or anything at that. Well, I did, but I wasn't close to sister, so it would have been just Gussie. Could you imagine
Gussie would have
Gussie?
cussed your ass out, make she rest in
Now,
peace.
my mother would have been
She would
right
have taken
there.
care of you,
Pookie,
but would
what
have
you
cussed you
need?
out the whole
But
time.
could you imagine
Because
Gussie?
Gussie said more hips the
Oh,
better. Gussie said,
the entire time.
yeah,
Mm.
her mama told me, I don't know what the hell wrong with my daughter. I showed my ass when I was young.
but can
Yeah,
you
Gussie
imagine?
showed that thing off.
Gussie would have helped me and would have been right there to right every tear, everything I needed. But
She
she would have gave me hell every moment.
And
cu-
I would have
And
been
I
right with
cussed
Gussie
you out
saying
every
with
moment.
your, I would have
every
told Gussie
moment.
with her stupid ass, what the hell she
So
doing?
I decided to keep all these
Girl,
hips
you
and
got
ass
me.
that I got.
A few of the comments, Mari said they rented that bitch at the border from a dude that also sell puppies.
Mm.
Wait, especially older women. This woman called me a swayback. What the hell?
Damn.
Q said her dunk was always a showstopper. Tarsha said it's like a wetsuit for scuba diving. Is that what they put them in?
It
That's what
looks
it looked
like
like.
it looks like
One of them that you got to
you pull it
pull
up
it
and
and
they put the
Yeah.
little snaps from and it goes all the way up.
Mari, I'm with you. I've been supposed to lose weight for the last 6 weeks. I ain't did number game. I didn't ate and drank my ass off. Summer is gonna get whatever body I give it.
For
And
real.
when I
Oh,
go on the beach, I'm gonna take my damn shirt off, and you're gonna see these rolls and cellulite and stretch marks. Yeah, you can look. I don't give a damn. And talk about me later. I still don't give a damn. Who gives a damn about you calling somebody fat? Like, is that even still a derogatory? Look at this
look.
fat bitch, your mama. I don't care nothing about being called
Yeah, I'm
fat.
about to say shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Your mammy.
Your mammy. So oh, she said, don't forget about the drain tubes. They have stuff everywhere.
Oh
Because,
yeah.
that's the reason why I decided to be an accountant instead of the doctor I wanted to be. Blood and needles and stuff
Girl,
chemical places
that's a big difference to go
Look,
from medicine to accounting.
look. I just seen the chick. I seen the chick in the airport, and she had them drainage balls on her, and I mean, she was just standing up there like it was nothing.
Like it's
When
normal.
I tell you, I had to down by two of them little bottles of alcohol I had with me down just to sit there because I was like, if she keep if I look over there again, they gonna have to, it's gonna be like the Exorcist 6 on this airplane. So they gonna have to stop. I can't see that. I can't look at that. Like for real. So yeah.
It ain't right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
it's not good.
they say beauty is pain, but that kind of pain ain't right.
It's beauty pain, though.
Growing up, they would always tell us, "Look,
Why?
girls."
Why do they tell women that
Because
beauty should not? Nothing should be
when
painful.
my Gussie used to straighten my hair in the kitchen,
Well,
and
that's
I
because they ain't had no
swear
business getting that
she
hot
was
comb close to our
burning my
scalp.
scalp, and she was like, "Beauty is pain. All you had to feel." And I would get my hair braided. When we was getting all those
What's up, Mayor
micros,
Sunshine?
they loved to
What's
say
up, Chris? What's going on?
beauty is pain. So
Yeah, she said, let's not forget the aftercare can cost just as much, as not more than. Now, don't get me wrong. When them PPP loans was hot, we saw a lot of folks from Shreveport running to get
Well,
some PPP ass.
but you gotta be honest
For
about
real.
this, the aftercare too, because a lot of that aftercare should have included mental health. So mental health should have been included in that aftercare.
Cynthia,
And
they
where
should
you
have
at?
did
Cynthia,
pre-counseling.
speak up. But do they
Pre-counseling.
not require, like back in the day, you transgenders, they could not have any surgeries without a year of pre-counseling. Back in the day, if you wanted any cosmetic surgery, you had to do pre-counseling. So now, because it's so,
I think they
They want
streamlining
that
they
that shit
money.
now. It's so many of them doing it, they streamlining it. So I
They
think right
want
what's
now
up,
that
it done
Karen?
money.
went to, I think it's a questionnaire now, an online questionnaire that they do.
A
And I think
questionnaire to figure
yeah,
out if you mentally stable to have surgery. That
yeah,
ain't real.
it's some
They
it's
don't
a
ask
it's
about
a
your mental
yeah,
capacity. They just ask medical questions like, "What medical history do you have that could
right. Are
be
you
a
on any type
problem
of
for this person?"
mental
Blood
medications
thinners
or
and stuff
right?
like that.
Well, we got a mental health care professional. She said you must have an assessment. It is required.
Well, they must be lying, Cynthia.
Well,
Some of them.
well, a lot of these fruitcakes that I'm seeing that's coming off these surgeries, they ain't no
She talking
proper
about
fucking assessments being done. So let's look. We know what the rules should be, but if we gonna look at the
they ain't
estimate on
following the
the
rules.
fruitcakes we done seen come off that shit, and then the ones that should have been getting the goddamn therapy after the fact, and also getting that therapy to get that little fat from up under their arms. And then half of them got them big German Shepherd ass heads. Now they not doing the aftercare they supposed to be doing.
Jonathan,
So shit,
say,
So their
say,
arms
my
and
bad.
their
Jonathan.
I'm
chin is
sorry. I'm
not going with the rest of
sorry.
their
Y'all,
body.
I'm,
y'all,
I'm sorry. My
Their
bad.
arms and their
y'all,
chin is not
y'all
going
got
with
to
mine.
look.
My
Y'all
bad.
got to overlook Mr. Elton.
I'm
If
sorry.
he talk about one with a German Shepherd head one more goddamn time, talking about
Bad.
they done had surgery.
I'm sorry.
Uh, but
My
that
bad.
motherfucker, what's up, Carmen? Talking about they got
But
that German Shepherd
let's
head.
think about something
Shit.
simple.
My
When you
bad.
go to the doctor and they give you a stack of papers, are y'all really reading
I do,
every,
but I
I
don't
know
read
like
shit without. I don't
a
sign it
lot of
without
people
reading.
get a stack of paper, and sometimes you go to the doctor's office, it's like, here, this your privacy agreement.
Nah, they
Da
ain't
da
finna
da.
play with me.
Just
I'm reading
sign
every
right
bit
No,
here.
of it. I'm reading
I'm
every bit
reading.
of it.
If I go to the cat doctor with you, you think I'm not reading the fine print?
Don't be
I'm
telling
finna
me
read
you
every
Shit.
got you go to the cat.
Today
and
the
the
first day
words
I ain't
and the
go.
words
Couldn't
and
get
the
me up.
words that I don't understand. That is the reason I pay for two sisters to go to school that are both in the medical field.
There
Hey,
you
what
go.
this shit here mean?
Who will
Explain it to me.
call? Who will call their mama? Right? I'll call my mama in the doctor's office with my legs up in the stirrups. Say, mama. He said that this little knot on the left hand side of the ovary. You want me to go to the doctor with you? I still would call.
For real
She
shit.
paid too much money for that degree.
Look,
And
for real.
she went through when the white folks didn't like black people. She went through
Right.
Northwestern when they was like, ain't no colors coming through here.
Right.
So
And we got to
yeah,
be honest about a lot of shit too. A lot of them ones that's getting these surgeries, you know, they ain't really got no medical history because they wasn't even going to the doctor before then. So we got to be honest about that because half of them ain't got all they motherfucking shots
good
from
evening,
when they
Rolanda.
was
Good evening.
when they was in
Right.
early childhood. They wasn't getting all their shots, and they shot records incomplete and
Because
shit.
somebody told us they didn't know about the Strand Clinic. If you know about the Strand Clinic, if
Yes,
you were born and raised in Shreveport and you went to the Strand
real.
Clinic, Cynthia Dotson, I know your ass when you was off of Jefferson Page Road. The Strand Clinic was you had a personal doctor, but any emergency your ass had, you either went to LSU, to the
Yeah.
walk-in clinic, or to Willis Knight at the Strand Clinic.
No, I never went to the Strand.
You just don't
You
remember.
know what?
I
You know
almost
what?
cut. I almost
You
cut this
know
finger off right here.
what? You know what? You know what?
The Strand Clinic saved a lot of our lives.
Oh, for real.
Kimberly Cowart, my auntie, like to chop this finger off. Yeah, it's crooked, but it do good. Oh, my bad.
I don't have time. Next topic, please.
Next topic, my bad. Okay, I got some pictures I want y'all to see because I'm sick of this topic. Jonathan has been telling the people. Let me go back. Because okay, so this is Ciara. Y'all checking it out?
Here we go.
Here we go. Y'all checking it out. This is Mrs. Russell Wilson. Mrs. Russell Wilson.
The key there is
Mrs. And that's her husband with her. Okay, you hear that? So Mrs. Russell, Mr. and Mrs. Russell Wilson went to the Vanity Fair. The theme was barely there. Okay, the theme was barely there. It was 343 million folks that had on barely their clothes. But for some damn reason, you black people, you coloreds, especially the men, I don't know why this has enraged men so much.
Shit, you
The
know.
men have trashed Ciara, called her a whore, said, no, they ain't stopped looking. They called her a whore. They called her everything but a child of God. They even put their picture side by side where they were kneeling at the altar in church. And then this picture and said, how can they be godly like this? And I don't think, I don't know what God had to do with those two pictures. I can pray and worship to God and still put on skimpy clothes.
For real.
I think people forget they are married.
They're married. He was there with her.
Have anything to do with this because if you are married, then whatever you do, it within
and your husband approves. That's when you and
he don't even have to approve.
But what I'm saying, he did because he was there with her.
There, but even if he did not approve, if she would have went to Vanity Fair herself as Mrs. Russell Wilson, that was still on her own. He doesn't have to give her approval for whatever she wears because he may walk around on the football field with no t-shirt on and just his little shorts.
Didn't think about that.
Ciara might not be there. She might not.
I didn't even think about that assessment.
He got to be bare, but she ain't gonna say nothing.
Well, a few of the comments, Carla said that bitch fine as cat hair. If I had her body, I'd be ass out too. Fuck her.
She's definitely a real theme, and I didn't see a problem with it.
And let's be honest, some of them. Did you see the motherfucker that had the feather on? It's one girl who had a feather for boobs. And no, I'm not playing a feather. Karen LeBeau is on here.
Good thing for the next
Karen, 50 Shades of Intimacy. Shaw Mills, good evening, Shaw. Let's see what Shaw said. Well, I'm colored then. It was too damn much for me. And no, my woman can't wear nothing like that. But why if she's with you? You know she won't be home. She's coming home with you.
Right there.
This fool talking about that's why Ciara not your woman.
Russell Wilson knew who he was married.
Insecurity.
Wears in her music
And
He have a problem
insecurity.
with it, and he don't have a problem with that. Now, Shaw Mills, I don't think that's gonna really fly with my chick because she got a mom like her
Insecurity.
daddy and her grandfather. So,
And
yes.
Shaw, the ladies are letting your ass have it. They
Nah,
said
you
it's
just
just
got
folks that be shaped like a wrecked short bus that have issues. We celebrate others but beat up our people. Another comment: if it was the my wife would never, sir, your wife could never because she built like a sack of quarters. Uh, Shaw said, I said what I said, and both of y'all know my woman is extra fine. Jonathan, from the male perspective, I'm gonna let you handle it from here on out. Go
well,
ahead.
no, we're not gonna say from the male perspective. What we gonna say is from
Well, wait a
Jonathan's
minute, before,
perspective.
yeah, do
From
Jonathan,
Cause,
and then
Jonathan
you
cause,
say
perspective.
cause,
your part.
cause
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna,
gonna
You're
let
married.
I'm gonna let Jonathan talk, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Go ahead,
yeah,
Jonathan.
yeah. Now, so from the Jonathan perspective, is this here. Number one, we gonna look at, like we said, the thing. They're in entertainment. You're at a situation like that, and I'm gonna compare this to Karen LeBeau's party. She's had a
Okay,
Prince party. She's had the 51 Shades where we all dressed a particular way to represent what
right,
we thought was our sexy.
right.
At the end of the day, half of these motherfuckers got women in their house that wish that they can get out and show their bodies and be seen and everything else. And they held under this whatever Christianity, spirituality, Baptist bullcrap that they try to play or whatever like that. Like, ooh, don't do this, don't do that. Your mama and your grandmama was doing the same thing. Like, we got VHS tapes. Your mama and your grandmama out there sucking me fresh out of church. Like real nigga shit. So
Jonathan,
when it comes down to it, it is rumored that the people that made that dress Ciara had on paid her $500,000, $600,000 to wear it.
just to wear it, right.
And she
Here
wears
we
less
go.
in her videos. So,
Back in the
But
day
here
when
we
she
go.
wasn't
yeah.
married.
But
Okay,
here we go now going into a financial leverage that a lot of folks shouldn't be speaking on, because again, this is entertainment, this is money, this is just a whole different situation. For
And
me,
it was a
I
statement
wouldn't have
piece.
had no issue with my woman being in there with me wearing that shit right there. Number
right.
one, I ain't never seen a nigga of my whole life that approached a woman I was with, no matter what she had on, that he didn't realize he was gonna get his ass towed up. Number two,
Case in point.
with her being dressed like that, the only thing on my mind is, damn, my baby in here looking good. She did this shit better than some of
I
these other
can't wait to
women
get
did.
home or to the
I
first
can't wait
bathroom.
to get her in this car and knock the sonic rings out her motherfucking ass on our way home. So again, it's just we playing into too much, man. Like, come on, like, yeah, like I say, she grown, he grown. That's their marriage, and
And he knew what
before I
she
cut over
had
to
on.
you,
Before they
right?
left the house.
And before I
Yeah.
cut over to you, I'm gonna say this: other cultures ain't having these conversations, only us. Back
That
to you,
that's what I wanna. That's
back to
what I
you,
wanna
Jim.
say.
And
Back
other
to you,
Um,
cultures
Jim.
ain't having these
the
conversations.
other
Back
cultures
to you,
are
Jim.
not. Other cultures are not having these conversations. Only us. Let me just say this from the married perspective. Um, if you ain't looking, good evening, Essence. If you ain't looking at my motherfucking woman, guess what? I ain't looking at her either. Therein lies the problem. That's number one. I want our people, especially our men, our people, to stop putting boundaries on our women and our culture, saying what we can and cannot wear, what we can and cannot do, and what we should and should not do, and what they feel is disrespectful. Like Mari says, speaking your ways on, they problems ain't got shit to do with our
And
problems.
and can I say
Because
one more thing? Can I
go
say
ahead,
one
go
more
ahead,
thing?
I got a comment.
Everybody
go.
loves to go with this whole cultural and black and this and everything else. You must ain't never looked in the history books of how naked we was in
How
Africa
naked our
when
women
we were
were.
the Tutu tribes and we were the Zulu tribes and everything else. Our fucking nipples, ass, dick was
All
hanging
you
in
saw
every
was a damn
motherfucking
bone
thing
in
else.
our nose. You would see a bone in our nose or on our cheek or in our lip.
So
The nipples were
stop
out.
sitting up with this. Our people need to do better. But in the next voice, you talking about we need to go back to Africa. Well, if you take your ass back to Africa and you see that they actually are still over there dressing like that with their ass showing, shut the fuck up. Like for real. Like the shit is getting old. It really is. It's getting old. And you
Come
get
on
sick
in,
of
Essence. Come on, Essence. Say your comment.
it. Like the shit is just retarded.
When I get dressed to go places, I get dressed so that I have the attention from my spouse
There you go.
on me. I want her looking at me and nobody else.
So we can get in the car trying to shift gears. Talking about, oh shit.
Jesus, the Devontae Price. I am going to put on clothes and make sure that her eyes are only on me in the club. And once I put on something, if I don't get or something for her, I'm changing outfits before we leave the house because I know that outfit ain't the one.
Right.
I dress to make sure that her eyes are on me.
But like I said, but if you have that understanding in your household of what you do, and y'all want to stay covered up in anything else, I'm not gonna knock you for wanting to be covered. I'm not knocking you for having that.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Mind your household, mind your address. When your bills come in, they got your name on it and your address. You don't have to pay none of Ciara or Russell bill. They can pay yours, but they not gonna do it. And so at the end of the day, again, we just got to know how to live in the space that we have for ourselves and get out our fucking feelings when we looking at somebody else. And so you're gonna tell them they on their knees in church doing this and that and everything else. Well, shit, you let your preacher touch little boys and shit and then say nothing about that. So how the fuck you gonna sit up and have an issue with these two grown? All right, I'm gonna shut up. My bad. Y'all be telling me I go too far.
That's Jonathan's perspective. We appreciate and love when the boys get his perspective.
I just be hoping they church members ain't watching because they gonna shut this bitch down. They gonna be like, go report AB live. This is what
I want our women and our people to do.
Mind their business.
Good in that outfit. Can you ever just say, damn, Ciara looked nice because she wore that outfit? It wasn't raunchy, it wasn't too tight. It was very tasteful to say it was hardly nothing there. She really looked good. At some point in time, I need us as people to say Ciara looks good and stop just criticizing. I was just watching something and they were talking about how all the entertainers and actors, they put their whole life on the line to entertain us.
And for us to criticize.
You never show them no love. Now, here she is simply going to an event that she wanted to go to, wore an outfit that she was paid to wear, but she liked her husband, and we have done nothing since this has come out but criticize her, and talk about her. But at the same breath, we bumping our heads in the car to her music. I mean,
wait a minute. He said, "Did you see how Russell was looking all night?" Now I ain't have footage of us all night. I didn't have footage of him all night, but I know that nigga normally looks goofy. He is a mild-mannered, goofy-looking dude.
That's what I was just about to say.
And so some of the photos that I seen of that nigga was grinning his ass off, writing love letters and poems, and still getting his meat sucked that night.
I'm sorry, John. Let me say that. Look, y'all call him a duck and a simp. Regardless to what y'all, for years, people have said Russell was a duck and a simp. When he married Ciara, so what he paid for duck and simp. And I ain't gonna lie to you, if they gave her $600,000, you give me $6,000 and a Big Mac, no onions, no pickles, and I'm gonna wear the same shit. Fuck y'all.
People out here wearing the same thing that don't look like she did.
Oh man.
So while we talking about Ciara, some of y'all are wearing these outfits and not wearing them like she wearing them for free. And y'all don't have friends that's telling you, hey,
and looking like
y'all don't tell y'all friends and family shit when they be walking around in these half-done outfits, belly out.
Yup. For real. For real.
Sean's comment, I'm fine with whatever you do at your house. All I said was what goes for me and mine. Clearly, I have always told her that every time she steps outside the house, she is representing us, whether I'm there or not. And I agree with that. She is a representation. Girl Pam is a representation of me. I'm a representation of her. I be a little bit more casual than she does at most point of times. However, I just feel like like everyone has said, we're the only society. We trash our women and men. Don't get me. I'm not gonna take. We trash our women for everything that they do, what
Right.
they say, how they dress, how they think. If
Right.
they're educated, they too educated.
Right.
If they're not
You talk
educated, they
white.
dumb.
You do this. You do
You
this.
talk,
Yeah.
yes.
Nah.
I just wish
Bullshit.
that we would get to a point where, like Girl Pam said, damn, Ciara pulled it off. Not everybody can pull it off. Hell, y'all used to call the bitch a man. You remember years ago they were talking about Ciara was a man. I was like, the girl got cat,
Yeah.
and we saw it the other day. She got cat. I mean, I'm just
Right.
saying.
Right.
I
Right.
just wish
But I
we,
still
as our people,
would just stop tearing each other apart. And like I say, whatever you do in your household, that's a representation of your household. That's fine. I think what we speaking on is the people that we got an issue with that's speaking on other folks' household, and they need to mind their motherfucking business. That's all I'm
They don't
saying.
even have no household.
right?
They talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
they
Yeah.
talking about her.
Like Shaw said, we'll agree to disagree. He didn't like it. I didn't find anything. I didn't like it or dislike. I just thought she looked nice. I mean,
But on another note, did
she
y'all see Savannah James in that
oh
great
my
outfit?
God, that's the picture we should have put
Now
up.
Savannah
I wasn't
James
talking
yeah.
about Savannah,
wearing
but
that
good
tight
Lord.
Jesus.
Woo.
and LeBron James
Y'all don't like him either. Hell, they don't like
no,
LeBron. Savannah did
Yeah,
that.
that
Woo.
woman
Savannah
there.
always looks
I know
tasteful
he
in
kissed her
the
in her
best way
mouth.
I
I
see.
know
But
he.
He got to kiss her in her
I know
mouth.
he kissed her in her mouth. I swear
I
to God, I
mean,
know
I'm
he
talking
did.
about.
he looks really good
I'm
in that
trying to
fight.
let me see if I can find a
I know
full
he.
picture.
I know he cry when he be with her.
Look,
I know he.
Savannah James. See if you can find the baby and just airdrop it to Savannah. On another note, another strong black woman, Savannah James. I love her because she's so low key and just handles her
Real talk.
business. See, like I said, he come. I don't like LeBron, but she was extra classy and sexy with. See, y'all, I'm just saying, why you don't even like LeBron? We ain't on that, but I'm just saying, the girl look good. A few of the comments, he is a happily married family man that does not make him a simp. Carmen says, belly out, built like the letter P. You airdropped it to me. Okay.
She said the love.
Um, the letter P. Go ahead, send it again. There we go. Except I'm gonna put this picture of Savannah up for those. Guys, 1 second, 1 second. For those of you all that miss Savannah, so we gotta show while we discussing shit. We might as well discuss that too. Savannah did that. She always is the epitome of class.
Forget about class.
She did, and this shows her whole body.
Yes. But Savannah, this
Jesus
goes
Christ.
back to no matter what I wear, when I was smaller or more sexier, no matter what I wear,
It's gonna
it's going
show.
to show the
And
shape that you have. So
That's
it
good.
doesn't matter about you guys saying, well, I know my woman's fine, what she wear. If you have a shape and if you have a body, no matter what you wear, it's gonna be seen. And
Yeah, so
Ciara
your
just
curves are
decided
regard.
to be a little bit more revealing. And let's be honest, there are some of us that wish we could wear what Ciara wore.
true.
And so why
I
should
swear to
we?
God, the Lord knew not to give me nobody. I use it for evil, not good. I'd be all in that thing talking about. You see it.
I see it.
Cause
You
she
see it.
she had on that thing and was looking real nice. She wasn't looking like
Savannah,
no catfish,
no,
no catfish in one of them nets that you
And
no.
you
get your
know
onions in.
LeBron told her, "Good,
For
come
real.
on home."
LeBron told her, get your ass home.
You looking good.
I
He like, but
understood where
bring
he was
that
coming
thing
from
on.
too.
LeBron said, "Good, she was overseas." He said, "Get your ass home. I'm waiting for
That
you."
was say
Good,
right
what is you
now.
doing?
For real.
My bad, y'all. That's my.
Mm,
But anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah.
yes, Carla. If I was fine, I'd be asked out every day. You wouldn't be able to tell me shit. You can't tell me shit, and I ain't fine. Tarsha said I don't have the curves like that, but when people say I should cover my boobs, even in a trash bag, I got some titties. But why? You know, I don't see why. I don't know. I just never have been one to tell my partner put some clothes on. You need to
Now
cover
I
up.
appreciate that. Now let me.
Uh
I
oh.
appreciate Russell
Hey,
standing
Hambo.
by Ciara for no matter what she decides to do and wear. Because I have been in a relationship with he who shall remain nameless that no matter what I
Lord,
wore, I would get some attention,
and it would be
and it
your
would
fault.
always be my fault. And I am no person that reveals my body. She knows. But no matter what I wear, because I have curves that I have, it is shown. I can have on a pair of jeans and a shirt. It's gonna show. But I
yeah,
just got to the point where I always have on a sweater or a jacket trying to cover myself up
And she
because
don't have to. You ain't gonna
it's to
never
gain
have
some
a person.
attention.
You saw. If they approach you, then they approaching me. You approach mine the wrong way, then I'm approaching you the wrong way.
right,
That's nothing that you have. My mama, like Karen said, I ain't never covering my boobs up. My mama told me this as a girl, a stud, whatever. My mama gonna have her boobs out. She loved the girls, as she call them. And these motherfuckers is huge. They gon' you can't like
right,
when people I go to the convention center today and the man was like, sir, I said, ma'am. He said, sir, I said, look up, nigga. Pay attention. You can't miss these size C pluses on my chest. Look the fuck up.
real
Now,
talk,
I'm just saying.
We gonna get locked up.
right,
We get.
I ain't gonna get locked up. I'm just saying. Come on now, y'all being
So
ridiculous.
what I'm
Shaw
yeah,
saying
said, did you see Ciara's feet though? Like she had been sea walking on the top of
See
her
now,
top.
why you
Go on,
can't
man. Get
just
out of here
say
with
she
that.
look good? Why you have to talk about her feet, nephew? Now come on here. Jesus. I
Um,
just appreciate that Russell stood by Sierra, did no
I
matter
do
didn't
too.
say nothing
And that's
and
what, as a
allows her
husband,
to
you all stand by each other.
her. But
Yes,
I have been in a
husband and wife.
spot where it's always been somebody telling me why you wearing this, what you doing this, and if somebody
And
approaches me,
if
it
you
always
hear,
comes back on me.
and
So
when we
I
hear these
appreciate that.
negative, when people say words don't hurt, they may not physically hurt,
They
but they
leave a
mentally hurt.
lasting
They
well,
leave a
that's why it's
lasting
called, but
impression.
that's why it's called verbal abuse. That's why it's
Right.
called emotional
And
abuse.
when
Yeah,
you see these things, I see why entertainers don't get online and don't read reviews. That shit will fuck with your mind and make you think you're less than if you constantly hear people saying negative
and
things
like
about
you
you.
not your
Take it
own
out
person.
like you not.
I get up every morning and decide what I want to wear. I decide my underwear, my socks, what I'm put on.
I buy them
Why
though.
they don't have the right to decide to put on what they want without us, who are just the people that appreciate their music or their accent. We're not their mama, their daddy. We're not their God.
Good question.
We
and
choose to put what we put on. Allow these people to choose to put what they want without
but
you
think
always
about how
giving them
many
so much
women.
help.
But think about how many women that are beautiful women and they get with insecure men and they have to kind of stay in this shell.
We didn't
And
know
then
they
by
was
the time they
insecure when
get
we
away
got one.
from their controlling man and they sprout out and everybody like, damn, she pretty. Damn, she look good. Because
Right.
she was stuck in a house with a motherfucker that, you know what I'm saying, that looked like he played football on his face all his life. And so, he know he
What is
got a
wrong
pretty
with this
woman.
dude?
I'm just saying, he know he
He
got a
right.
pretty
He
woman,
got
but he
one
don't
that
want
all
nobody else to
the
see it. He don't want
right.
nobody else to see it. That's like a nigga wanting a virgin for a woman, and you don't want her to have no experience with a pussy. Well, cause
Hey,
you trying to
y'all
sell her, you're
stop
trying to
lying to
sell her.
yourself saying you want a virgin. You do not want no virgin to settle
Yes,
down
they
with
do. Yes,
because
they
they
do.
no
Yes, they
they don't.
do.
Because as soon as she don't satisfy them, they cheating on them. They don't
But
want no
but, but
damn
see,
virgin.
yes, they do, because they want somebody to accept that mediocre ass sex. See, that's what that is. They want somebody to accept that mediocre sex. Because if she done went out there and got some quality meat before, and then he come along and he come with that 3-stroke okie doke, see, then he gonna get counseled and his feelings hurt.
3 stroke okie doke.
Okie doke,
Or if
yeah.
they can't sustain. Fellas, I really want to know. I
Don't
got a
do it.
question.
Don't do it.
I got a
Let me
question.
read this comment.
The
I
two,
don't care. Q says I don't care. I'm pointing everywhere I go because my nipples are naturally hard. The piercings just enhance it.
and do
I'm
and
confident in
the
how I
piercing
look,
makes them
period.
Oh wow.
always sensitive.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Vicky says, now I have curves, all caps. I love for my clothes to fit. I don't reveal anything, but it shows my shape. I'm classy, dressed up or down. However, baby, people are always talking. And I don't care because I'm going to always represent Ruth Ann. Go ahead, girl Pam. What's your question?
I got a question, fellas. This is off topic, but I just need to know. Although it doesn't matter to me anymore, why is it that your stamina cannot withhold? Why are you looking like that?
I'm nervous.
Oh Lord,
I
me too.
don't know what you.
Me
I'm,
too.
I just got a question. I
Me
need to
too.
know why is it that some of the fellas, seven of them, cannot sustain one nut? Because once, picture this, you in there, you going good,
Hey,
you
don't
Yep.
about
picture
to
this.
come, and
Don't picture
Uh,
this.
you, I can't take it. Here you go, you come. But you got this woman throwing it back on you. It's like, baby, keep going. Don't stop, keep going. What is the problem?
Hey, you
Why
know people
can't
know your
y'all?
ex-husband.
I might not be talking about him.
oh God. Oh God.
I
God. Oh
just
God. Oh
wonder.
God.
I never had
God.
one. So they don't know what the hell
No,
I have.
no, 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 no.
I just need to know people.
You
Why
you
is it
gotta.
Shawn Mims, where you at? You've been very vocal. Why is it that some of y'all are one and done, even though that woman is throwing that thing back on you?
Sharika say, picture this.
Thank
Sicily,
you.
Picture this, Sicily
1920.
1920.
See, so I'm telling you, picture this. What
uh,
is the problem, guys? What is the
Well,
problem?
they,
Maury
they,
has answered for the fellas.
The
She said
food.
she
their
say the
food, their
food.
lack of exercise, and lack of peen.
Y'all gotta get it together. I'm speaking on behalf of some of
Uh,
my friends who I have heard the stories, and
oh
some of
Lord.
you fellas want these women to be fine and be able to give y'all good head. Now
Hey,
she
Oh
done gave
boy.
you good head and
Oh
she
boy.
ready to be
I'm
satisfied,
with
and
Jonathan
then
now.
you
We
got
we
one and done and she unsatisfied.
I'm with Jonathan. We
What?
learn a lot of things from you in this on this
I,
podcast every
oh,
What do
Wednesday.
you
I swear
mean?
to
I'm not
God.
talking about
We,
myself.
I know
She
you're
turned.
not. We,
She,
Jonathan and I,
Shawn
and
Mims
some,
talking about say
real.
what again? Shawn Mims, this is the
and you
question.
gonna make her ask it again?
Uh,
What
come on now. Damn.
Okay, Sean, I'll text you. They don't want me to ask my question.
she said? Why can she said this is questions that need to be asked. Shaw, the question is, oh shit,
Yeah.
Chan say lifetime, I'm ready to tell my story.
I'm telling you,
Uh-oh.
Shan.
Cynthia said that's about okay,
That's
ladies
a
have the
valid
floor.
question.
Fellas, the
Fellas,
question is why can your stamina not sustain if the woman is doing her job in the bedroom? I'll put it like that. Is
picture
that
this, Sean. Think
no,
about
no,
this.
don't
Think
picture
about
it.
this.
No,
So
not
you ain't now
1920, not
you about
Sicily. No.
your woman that came in now
You
the
gonna picture it again?
Sean would be his woman again.
Y'all better rewind this
Your
motherfucker.
woman that came in, she done did her job. She done gave you head the foreplay. Y'all ready? You in this thing, you grooving. Now you about to bust a nut, and your woman say,
You use that word? Oh my
"This is
gosh.
I don't use the word, but this is what I'm telling to get the
What
story
is
out."
going on here?
So
Oh,
you about to bust
it.
a nut. In the words of Bernie Mac, bust a nut. That's what Bernie Mac said. So you about to bust a nut, and your woman say, "Baby, keep on going. Don't stop. Keep on going." Now you already hitting her from the back, so she starts throwing that thing back on you. Then why is it that y'all can't say, baby, I can't say, why is it that y'all cannot sustain? Why does your stamina not match our stamina?
so
That is the
so so
question
there
that
so there
so
are a
many
lot
women
of
want to know.
reasons that are out here in the world.
Damn, do all of y'all have stories?
These
This is
Shit,
people
all them
horrible.
got
it's some
stories. Look at them
problems,
poor
fellas.
babies.
It's some problems.
It's well, but I think the thing is too, you got to look at the difference between somebody that's really. So one thing I told somebody one time is,
And that's the answer, unfortunately.
giving pleasure should be your pleasure.
It
And
should be.
so if
That's the
giving
biggest problem.
pleasure is your pleasure, that means that you have a process in your head. Like I said, that I'm not saying that every time you gonna knock it out the box. You know, it may be one morning you roll over and you kick your leg sideways and you turn sideways in the pussy and she catch you with three and you be like, oh shit. But if you are in a
Why is
space,
that
you're not
simple?
anxious and you saying, hey, I am pleased when that woman comes on my dick. I absolutely love when that woman does that. That means you done
Look
done
at
your
my face,
homework
people.
and you done everything that's needed to make sure that that's what that woman is gonna do. But again, some motherfuckers
I
are
got a
selfish.
question,
Some don't
Jonathan.
care.
I got a
You know.
question. So after this woman has
Jonathan, this
come
is your
on
question.
your meat pistol
Yes.
and she tells you out of her mouth, baby, don't stop. And she throws it back on you, which means she is moving. So all you gotta do is just stand there and take it. then at that point, what is the problem? Why can't you?
Well, there is no problem. What you got to do is you got the motherfucking you got to work on your breathing exercises. So it's some
I gotta
breathing.
work on something because
Your breathing.
like,
There are some male Kegel breathing exercises that you can do that'll buy you a little time. Now we not gonna let y'all completely out the motherfucking bag on this though, because it's sometimes y'all get y'all ass up there and y'all riding us like Seabiscuit, trying to make that last you trying to get that y'all trying to make that last little round, and it's almost like, baby girl, I done nutted 2 times and
Why I
the
got a
dick is
picture of
still
Sea
hard.
Biscuit in my head though?
I'm just saying, you done rolled me like Seabiscuit from one side of the room to the other one. I done nutted 2 times. My meat still hard, baby. I ain't got no more. I ain't shooting nothing but dust now. Shit, what the
but she
fuck?
ain't done yet.
Well, okay, devil's advocate here, because a few of the
Well, that's why
comments
you
are
bring toys into the room, and that
a
you use
few of the
that
comments are taking me out.
shit.
So the Shaw says if the cat is good, then it's just good. But if I'm on that Ciroc, I bet you money that she will tap out first. Mari says being back on the dating scene after 10 years, the requirements don't meet the reality. Sharika said they're just selfish as hell. I'm not gonna read the rest of Mari's comments because Mari gonna have these motherfuckers windmilling in the
Oh,
damn
man,
comments.
shit. Oh, shit.
Essence said they need to think about baseball.
I'm telling you, fellas, these group chats and these women group on Facebook, they let y'all ass have it. They got questions.
Man,
y'all are not doing it.
the fellas, y'all need to just befriend some of these ladies in some of these groups so y'all can hear the shit that they're saying and y'all can change your life, because the ladies are.
Y'all need to get y'all stuff.
Okay, so Shaw says you got to plant them feet, hold your ground, and hold on like you're riding a wild horse. Your police. Okay, Cynthia says Ciroc will lie to you. Have your ass.
Yeah.
Cynthia says Ciroc will lie to you. Have your ass thinking you doing some shit when you ain't. Vicky McClain says my nanny told me that the older woman gets, the better the sex gets. However, most older men are lacking Rose eyes because they've given all their energy away when they were young. That might be.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Mari, put your ladies group in the comments. Maybe we can get them to join in.
Ladies groups, and it's not ladies groups that are bashing women.
They're not bashing men.
This one group, I mean, is just black women developing friendships. But you would be so surprised
how many unsatisfied.
So many horror stories out here. And not really horror stories. They're just trying to figure out then what the problem is, because men are always telling women, get your game up, step your game up. Now, these women are stepping their games up. They watching whatever they got to watch. They getting themselves ready. We back in the gym.
Well,
and
but I mean,
the men are falling short.
Well, but it's a bigger it's a bigger situation other than what you're talking about, the stamina. That's something that you got to understand too. If a man hasn't done his homework on that woman, he don't know her breathing. He don't know,
Jonathan, hold on, Jonathan. Let me stop you right there. Fellas that are watching and listening, I implore you to get to know that woman individually.
Right.
The meat pistol you bring to this woman may not be the same meat pistol you can bring to that woman. I'm not saying the meat pistol is gonna change, but the interactions should change, fellas.
Do me like you done did everybody else. Do me differently.
Y'all got to get to know that woman and what she likes and what she needs and what she deserves, and stop bringing the things you brought from the last woman over, because this is not the same. As Jonathan Ellison will say, according to the census, there are 800 to 1,500 women for every man.
For every man. And they all are individuals and different.
Clearly didn't work. Or you would have still been with that last one.
Yeah.
Do something differently, fellas.
Well, you just gotta pay attention. That's why it's called foreplay.
Please,
that's why it's called exploration. That's why it's
pay
called all this
attention to
shit.
your ladies, fellas. Women, pay attention to your man. But like Essence just said, we start to go in opposite directions as we age. See, the men from 16 to 45, they just woo, 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 woo. They start getting older. Once women get about 35, 36, they be like, "What's up?
That's what
What's up, little young boy?"
They turned into they turned into sea biscuit then.
Yeah, what's up, little young boy, little
Real.
young buck? I hate to get off this topic because we can go all day. Let me put this up here for y'all right quick. Let me show y'all something. Let me find her. So this lady right here.
Oh shit.
What you laughing at? I ain't even said nothing yet.
Oh shit.
So
Oh shit.
so this lady right here, 8 months pregnant. She's 8 months pregnant. Had come home from her baby shower. She got into an argument with her boyfriend and baby. I guess I'm going to assume he was her baby daddy. It was 3:00 in the morning, and they were arguing about who was going to use the microwave first to heat up the leftovers from the baby shower. Keisha, who is she, and it ended up slapping the boyfriend's plate out of his hand. He pushed her, and at that point, someone broke up the fight. Well, while the boyfriend was trying to lay down in the bedroom, Keisha went and stabbed him in the leg, but she hit an artery and killed him. She will now be giving birth in jail, and the baby will go to the state. Is it ever that crucial?
Sometimes we gotta walk away, people.
Sometimes behind who warming up shit in the microwave?
But you know, part of this,
her whole life gone.
Pregnant,
emotional, hormonal.
Her hormones, because it really wasn't that serious. But that's why I tell people all the time, sometimes you just have to walk away. Because she was not expecting that her life was going to take this turn.
And that she was going to kill her baby daddy.
Decision she made 1 second. When all she had to do was when he went to go lay down.
Warm up her motherfucking food.
Lay her ass down too. I mean, we have got to learn to walk away, and sometimes let's
stab him in the leg and kill him.
Well, I got a feeling that's not their first incident.
I agree. I agree.
You know, and we can talk about hormones and all of that during pregnancy.
She don't look stable in the mind.
She don't.
If you looking at her picture, she don't look stable. I hate to say it.
Are they young?
She looked young. She didn't look more than 30 to me.
Yeah, that baby girl on that picture, she looked rolled hard. So
and put up with.
Yeah. So no, she been pushing him out of cars and burning up his little tennis shoes and shit way before she got pregnant.
I agree with Q. Q said it wasn't about the microwave. She had more on her mind that built up. That was just the straw that broke the.
And that's why I say we need to learn how to walk away.
We have got. Oh man.
She been knocking
toxic trait.
She been knocking cuz between toilet seats and sinks. So this ain't the first sign. Yeah, no.
And he should have known if. You know,
but men do listen and what our triggers are.
So he should, and it's not his fault. But I wouldn't have went and laid down if
I would have got the fuck out of there. I ain't finna lie to you. I would have left.
And you know this girl is unstable.
And you know she mad about she done knocked your plate out your hand.
Right.
So you knew that she was on some fuck shit. I would have left. I'd be like, I'll be back. I wouldn't have laid down and went to sleep.
I wouldn't no sleep.
That's why y'all need to stop having these baby showers for the adults instead of for the babies, because y'all be having alcohol at these baby showers and all kind of shit. Now what happened to the days where the baby daddies wasn't at the baby shower? Remember that?
But they started opening up.
They started opening up these gender reveals.
But what do you expect though?
What
do you expect though? Like you've been drinking the whole day. You done been listening to Boosie for 3 hours. What you expect?
Yeah, because when he knocked, when the plate got knocked out the hand, I would have been like, "Oh, this motherfucker finna amp out." That would have been enough for me.
Time to go.
Right here.
You, me, right here. Oh yeah, I would have been gone.
Yeah, I'd have been out. I'd have been out.
I would have been gone.
But I'd have been out. Stayed away though. I'd have been stayed away though. You didn't knock food out my hand. Yeah, no.
I wouldn't have came back till I knew that motherfucker was calm.
Right.
I used to tell somebody, go on now, go
Little
on.
boy.
Go
Don't
on,
say it, little
boy.
boy. Go on, little boy.
Go on.
Go on out of here, little boy.
Tell you, go on. We gotta learn how to go on.
Shit.
Get out of here, little boy.
Walks away from you. Let them walk away. I'm
Shut the door and keep on talking.
For real.
I wouldn't be, as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if records of domestic disturbances come out. I
Oh,
wouldn't either.
absolutely.
And I would not be surprised if records of mental instability come out. You
Big
can
time.
look at her.
Self-defense because he was in there
He was in there laying down.
And people have to learn, when you're in the middle of a hostile situation, your emotions are going. If that person walks away from you, that's not self-defense, people, because you are no longer in imminent danger.
Right.
The situation has been
I love it when she uses big words,
you have to
people.
understand, at some time, you need to stop and get yourself together and think about this.
Mara says she don't play about food. It was surely time to leave the house. So Mara is basically saying that might have been her at a time or two. Don't fuck over her food. When it's time to warm up the food and eat, and you don't let me, get the hell away from me.
You remember when I told you Dusty knocked that whole plate of food over her niece because she asked her niece, "You want something to eat?" And her niece said no. And when Mama sat down to go eat, this is before I got here, but Mama sat down to go eat, and my cousin stuck her hand on my mom's plate.
I don't play that.
Gussie knocked that whole plate of hot food, turned it all over on, and it was hot after. And so
her mama was hell.
So my uncle and my mama in here fighting because she done moved all the plate food on her knees.
Oh, man.
Maury, you might be right.
Well, growing up, my mother never. You couldn't put your hand in her plate. Don't touch. Don't drink out of her cup. And I raised my children the same way. Don't come in the kitchen and be looking in my pots over my food. I'll let you know when dinner is ready, and I even fix your plate. But don't. Her mama told me that story. Yeah, I dumped that whole plate of food on her motherfucking head, and I was like, Gussie. And she talking about she ain't had no business putting her damn hand in my food. And I was like, Gussie crazy as hell. Y'all better leave
But you know
what she said, and she said what she meant.
Mark made a valid point too when she said they don't give the same mental breaks
they do not
to black women. Because, like you said, a white woman can go in there and stab her husband. They'll be like, "Well, she was unstable,
or there was triggers, and there was this, there was that trauma from when she was 4."
Real talk.
Keep my good eye on Skylar because she's 7 months,
and Skylar's that way about food.
Oh yes, we learned something today in the nail shop. This girl told us that she wanted to go into labor, so she decided to go get her a pedicure. I know that your feet is connected to your lady parts, but
your lady pun.
I did not know that if you were to go get, they said that after 8 months you're not supposed to get a pedicure.
By law, they're not supposed to give you a pedicure. Right, and so she said the girl went and had a pedicure and went into labor, because she was tired of being pregnant.
I really did not know that. Although when I was pregnant, I couldn't see my feet. After I didn't start showing until I was 6 months pregnant. But when them babies came in, they came in because I couldn't see my feet. Somebody else had
you couldn't see your lady bun.
Pressure points, massages either.
Yeah. I've been saying those pressure points. She had a very bad experience with a massage. It's been about 5 years ago now. Has it been that long? And she, her ass was asking for deep tissue, extra pressure, and fucked up her esophagus and all of that other shit. So y'all need to be careful going to these massage therapists who don't know what the fuck they're doing and asking for deep. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all.
Ooh, okay.
It's been a great show. I don't even know where it came from.
Oh boy.
My word today, in the words of Latoya Bourgeois, my word today, because I don't know where the hell her throat is fine. In other words, it shut down her esophagus. She couldn't eat. My God, today. She was throwing up. Yeah, so y'all be very careful with these massages and these pedicures, and y'all be running to ling them. And I don't get me wrong, I love a good pedicure and a manicure, but y'all be careful running to ling them. And for the record, let me just put it out there, Marianne Their studio is over on South Lake Shore. They're moving to Mansfield Road. Give our people Glam Studios.
Absolutely.
Give our people. Her partner's husband actually owns Connected Bottle Shop on Mansfield Road. All your liquor needs. So give our people a shout out and a chance because Ling Ling them fucking y'all up. But
Oh yeah.
But the record to show it wasn't Ling Ling, it was Masaza. It was a black masseuse.
all right, good night. I
All
love
right.
y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's been real. It's been wonderful.
What your
Um,
final thoughts is?
my final thoughts about all of this are Matamoros, Mexico, drug deal gone bad. My second thought, Ciara, she looked great to me. If I had the body, I'd pull it off. If I don't have the body, I still might try and pull it off. I ain't gonna put on no dress, but I'll put on a see-through tux and take my ass on. Wouldn't give a fuck about y'all caring. And if you have to stab me to use the microwave first, by all means, you gonna warm up your food, little lady, because I ain't that hungry. I ain't never so hungry that you need to stab me to get your food. Yes, Essence. On that note, for real. So that's my final thoughts. Jonathan, what's your final thoughts? And we gonna end with Girl Pam.
um, stay your ass away from them cartels. Uh,
Yes, Lord, today.
Number two, keep these black women out y'all fucking mouth if you ain't protecting them. Um, and last and not least, you knock anything out my hand, I'm gonna go on and leave the house. So, yeah, them might end the words for the night. But I want to
Because
put a
I swear to
double.
God.
I want to put a double on though, like real nigga shit. Like if y'all ain't protecting black women, shut the fuck up. Like for real, I'm getting really fucking sick of it. Like for real, like
Yes, we will.
y'all niggas really coming out like some hoes. Like for real, like if you ain't protecting or you ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure they good, keep them out there out your fucking mouth. Like for real.
Let
All
me
right, Pam.
piggyback on the back of that. Our women, now we have always, even though people don't think, we have tried our best to protect our black men, but there is an assault on black women for whatever reason.
Huge,
And I
huge.
am big. I not to cut Jonathan off. I know I said my final thought on last Friday night. We had an incident where a guy to me was making fun of some ladies in the sorority. Sigma Gamma Rho, we were out hanging with them. Shout out to, is it Ada Psi chapter? Ada, okay. We were hanging out with them at General's downtown, and this gentleman and his friends thought it would be cute and funny to take pictures with them, which I didn't have a problem with the pictures, but when the Ada Psi Sigma, when the motherfucker walked up and was like, "Are you alphas?" And I was like, it pissed me off. I was like, at least know who you're approaching, know your colors, know your symbols, know your letters. We don't, whites pledge for different reasons. When they get into a sorority in college, it's to party and fraternize with one another and throw great parties.
Right,
Blacks, black men and women, they pledge for servitude and a lifetime commitment. And we take it very seriously. And sisterhood.
right,
And so sisterhood, brotherhood, servitude, and a lifetime commitment. So it was very disconcerting to me the way he approached them. I did not like it. Jonathan did not like it. We really thought we were gonna have an issue. And I'm all for protecting our black women and our people, period. And so y'all have to be very careful
for
because
real.
not everybody is transparent and not everybody is coming over to do the right thing. And so we was ready to go to war. We was gonna turn
Right.
downtown out. But
Because
anyway,
I got
yes,
that
protect
black
our black
backpack.
women.
Because when I got that black backpack, I'm sorry, Pam, go ahead.
Whenever he got that black backpack, just know you need to be very careful with what you say, because he gonna lay down a spray that ain't gonna be able to get picked back up. Go
Back to
ahead, girl,
you.
Pam.
Back to you,
Back to
Pam.
you. Back to you. Yes.
Well, people. I think tonight's show was very well. I think I respect everyone's opinion, but
Yes,
as
definitely.
for me and my house, what goes for our house might not go for your house. We support and love on each other. And if I decide to have all my ass out, she has no problem with it. And I
Be
just
right there
feel
talking about
if I don't
cuddle.
have no problem with it, if I get the opportunity to wake up every day and decide what I'm gonna put on, Allow others to have that same opportunity. You might not like it, but do you always have to voice your opinion about it? As young children, we were taught if you don't have nothing good to say, then don't say something. What happened to that? When did we get so bold in ourselves that we have the right to say something nasty, ugly, and rude about
You got a
everything?
good point.
Sometimes we need to take it back to where our parents raised us. If you don't have nothing good to say, then don't say nothing. If you don't have nothing good to say, then keep it to yourself.
Real talk.
That's my final thought.
Great point. I want to thank everybody. I welcome and appreciate everyone's opinions, even those that we don't agree with. This is a space of positivity. This is a safe space. You can say what you need, say what you want. We can agree to disagree. And I love you all. I appreciate you all for tuning in. It was a great show. Make sure you share this live every Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m., right here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Something for the People podcast. We appreciate you guys. Before I get out of here, I have to say one thing. I want to send a happy heavenly birthday to my mother-in-law. Lord, she'd probably roll over in her grave if she heard me say this. Gussie Ferguson, Sleepy, Jessime, all of them all her names. I just call her OG, triple OG.
Triple OG.
OG, triple OG.
OG.
Happy heavenly birthday to Gussie. Her birthday is on St. Patrick's Day, which is Friday. I'm gonna make sure her daughter has plenty of shots. Get it together. Her daughter will have plenty of shots in her memory. Last year I went out there and poured a little something on her grave because that's what I would have done if she was alive. So me and Shaylin and Girl Pam were gonna go out there and pour a little something. I'm gonna pour a little weed liquor on top of that thing this time. She gonna be in heaven talking about. So keep Girl Pam in your prayers lifted up. We appreciate you. Keep me in your prayers because we got debutante ball Saturday night. And I plan on coming that thing just like this.
Yeah, shout out to all the
AKA debutantes
and
Delta
Although
debutantes.
my baby is a legacy, she is a Delta debutante. The AKA's ball is the same weekend. So congratulations to all the prospective debutantes from both sororities. This will be a wonderful weekend for all these young ladies. Congratulations to all of them.
Thank you guys. We love you. Peace. Till next Wednesday. J.E., be careful on that road. We know you're out working. We appreciate you for tuning in.
All the time.
Already. Share this live, folks. We love you guys. Peace.